Oh, you already know, right? So, um, I didn't give you guys a motivational video last week because I was working, right? Like working. And so this week, let me apologize for that. Okay, now we're here. Hallelujah. Okay, so each and every week, I want to come and give you guys some motivational encouragement, some motivational encouragement, some spiritual empowerment. Okay, that is one of my goals as a spiritual mentor. That's what I want to give back in my from my nonprofit. So I thank you guys for just soaking it all up. If you can't use it and you're following me, make sure you can share this with someone, or just if you know somebody who's going through something, just send them the little link. You ain't even got to say anything. Just say something. Say, hey, watch this. I hope this makes you feel better. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys that have been with me for the past couple of years as I've done these crash courses on Facebook and online and stuff like that. Make sure that you go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, Lady CEO Inspired to Motivate. And tune in on Tuesdays for Talk of the Street Entertainment, because Talk of the Street is coming back for year 3, and we're coming back with some really dope things, some very new things and partnerships and all great stuff. Okay, so I'm Zabi D, Lady CEO is what they call me, and this is Manifesting Mondays, you guys, and we're going to be talking about foundational building. Okay, so typically this is semester 2, so I'm kind of giving you guys a recap of the lessons that I did before, right? And so strap your belt on. Let's strap up. Let's boot on up for this. So basically, we are talking about laying down the bricks in your life, right? We are talking about laying down foundations, because not only is the universe telling us to do so, but you should want to do it yourself as well, right? We have a co-creating ability here in the universe. The God, the universe, whatever you like to call the Most High, the Creator, it feeds us our destiny, and we develop a passion for it to carry it out. So we are co-creators in our life, right? But first you have to identify what you want to create. What is your purpose? What is that passion that's burning inside of you? That thing that keeps you up at night? The thing that you think sounds stupid to everybody else, but deep down inside you can't understand why you have a desire to do it. It's because it's your calling, baby. And I'm here to help you figure that thing out. Okay, because it's profit and your purpose. And make sure you guys stay connected for that book. The release of Profit and Your Purpose is going to happen March the 14th. Okay. So today we're going to talk about some things. We're going to develop some tools. I hope you got a notebook and a pen or a pencil so you can be taking some notes down, y'all, because I talk a little fast. I'm going to try to slow it down a little bit, right? Yes. So before we get into anything else, all right, I want you to be blessed and no stress for the rest of your day. I don't know how you woke up this morning. I don't know what happened in the past few hours. But if you were stressing, if you have been stressing about something, then stop. All right, let's be blessed and no stress and do your best, okay? Bars. Y'all know I rap, too. I don't rap for real. I just, whatever. Okay, so back to the basics, right? Foundational building. Let's talk about the blueprint. This is what today's class is going to be about. Discovering the plan to make it all happen. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to discover that plan. Okay, now the plan to make it all happen. It is your overall goals in life. Okay, meaning your career. All right, so first I want to start off with a little bit of spiritual empowerment first. All right, so we are headed into 2020, right? And I am a numerologist. Not a seasoned one. Shout out to Elijah Morgano. He is the seasoned one. Okay. But the universe speaks to me through numerology and astrology, all the signs and wonders and synchronicities of the world. Okay. And now listen, I haven't always been this way, but when I started being this way about 3-4 years ago, my life started to turn around. I lost a lot of things, but that was dead weight leaving me. Now I'm in my rebuilding stage, where it's after the aftermath and I'm just building back on, and I'm burdened to no one. Do you understand me? The universe made it very, very clear that I was not going to be burdened to anyone. I was going to find my way, hustle hard myself, with co-creating with the universe. All right, so you can do the same thing. I had to develop a blueprint for my life. I've always had an idea of what I wanted to do since I was younger, but it wasn't until I was an adult and I was like, okay, now I have to get serious about it. If this is what I truly want in my life, then I have to get serious about it and develop a plan to make it happen. I know a lot of people say, I don't plan, I just go with the flow. Things just happen. And that, I mean, that's cool. That's the way you like to do things, but write it down, make it plain. Our brain can only hold but so much. And when you have a solid plan or a roadmap that you plan to go in, the direction you plan to go in, it makes it all the while more easier to accomplish your goals. See where you're falling short at. See how you can revamp some things. A plan, baby, a plan helps you get to where you want to go. I am not lying to you, you guys. So yeah, anyway, let's bounce back. A little bit of spiritual mentorship. So I'm going to be reading from the beginning of the spiritual text of the world. All right. Now, once again, let me make this disclaimer. I grew up in a Baptist and Christian background family, but I do not have a religion as of these days of life. About 5 years ago, I asked the universe, I said, I want to know more about you. I understand the story of my brother Jesus and, how we're supposed to just raise his name up and show most respect and look at his life as an example of how we can live ours. But I want to know who you are. And baby, when I say the universe, when I say God took me for a whirlwind, honey, and I went back to the roots, the foundation of spirituality. And my guidebook, I still use the Bible. Now, a lot of people may turn their nose up at the Bible, but I use it as my guidebook because it talks a lot about the universal laws. And we call them, in religion, it's called blessings and curse. You understand what I'm saying? But honestly, karma is karma, baby. What you put out, you get back. And that's the same thing that blessings tell you. If you be a blessing, you receive a blessing. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to kind of like change your mindset and change the direction of how you're thinking about things based off of how, religion was used to manipulate a generation upon generation of people, the whole culture. We know about it, correct? But it's time to change the narrative. Let's not run away from the very existence of who we are because people took it and manipulated us because we didn't know any better. Now we can start to know better. All right, so we can do better. All right, so now I'm going to be reading from Genesis 1. I wanted to start in the beginning of the year because I have this really thing. I got to think about even numbers and odd numbers and when to start. But the Lord has told me that everything cannot happen on the schedule that I want it to happen in. I need to be a little bit more sporadic. Even though I planned for it, even though I wanted to happen this type of way, I need to be a little bit more sporadic in it. So what that means is today we're going to start in Genesis 1. All right. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Genesis 1 through 3 because there is some very, very, very good information in Genesis 3 that will help us propel into discovering the plan in our life, developing our own blueprint. Okay, so Genesis 3, and I'm reading from the King James Version. All right, so it says, Genesis 1 says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. 2, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Verse 3, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. Okay, so what does that mean? Right, on Bible Study in the Hood on Thursdays, me and my co-leader, Kendra Christ, we used to do a segment called Let's Make It Plain. And sometimes the Bible, this spiritual text is written in parables, and sometimes we just want to make it plain, Lord. What are you really saying? Can you stop with the rhyming? So let me make it plain for you in parallel to creating your blueprint over your life. All right, you have these abilities that I'm about to tell you about right now. Okay, we were created with them. All we have to do is strengthen them and use them. So in verse 1 it says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. That's balance, which means that we are going to be able to operate in a spiritual realm and in a worldly realm. You see me in this worldly realm right now through these devices, and you hear me through all of these mechanics, but you cannot see my spirit. You can feel my spirit. You can even feel my aura. You may be able to see a glimpse of light somewhere, but you cannot physically see my spirit. So that's how we're able to understand that we have a balance of things in life. We have a balance to where we have to operate in our spirit, and then we have to execute those actions in the physical world, right? Evidence number 1. Evidence number 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. It was a blank canvas. God had a blank canvas. And I really like to push that subject in my women's empowerment group, KISS Boot Camp, when I'm talking to my women. Because as women, we are co-creators in this world. We can bring life. We create life as well, right? So our womb is dark and shapeless and just all of that. And what happens is we have the ability with the man to co-create life the same way life was created in this earth that was without form and it was without void. It was with void. We have the same ability. We have the same opportunity to create in our life. Okay? Verse 3. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. Simply, let me tell you what that means. Words is power. The scripture said, God said, let it be light, and there was light. Period, Pooh. Period. So your words are power. So whatever a man thinketh, he is. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes down to creating the blueprint over your life, discovering the plan to make it all happen, you first need to understand that there will be a balance. You live in this spiritual world, but you are not of it. You live in this worldly realm, but you are not of this worldly realm. You are having a spiritual experience. A spiritual experience. Okay? So you have to learn how to operate within your spirit. Get everything you need. Get all that energy. Get all the tools. Get all the know-how that you need. All the strength that you need from that spiritual world. And you got to learn how to come back too when you need to replenish from this worldly realm too. Okay? So it's a balance. You have to understand that. And then you got to understand that you have a blank canvas. You definitely do. Now, I don't care if you 2 to 92 right now and you feel like you've lived a life. Of course, not 92. I was being just, But if you at a point right now in your life where you feeling like you have, well, how can I come back from this? I done did X, Y, and Z in my life. How can I come back from this? I'm 46 years old. You mean to tell me I can start a business right now? You mean to tell me I done wasted all this time in life, but I have an opportunity to revamp myself? You mean to tell me that's true? Yes, it is. I'm here to tell you that it is definitely true. Whether you have it took a few years of your life to mess up in it, or you're just figuring it out right now, and you're trying to you're creating a road for yourself to go down to leave a legacy for your children, because the spiritual text says a righteous man leaves behind wealth for his children's children. I don't know. Whoever you are, wherever you are in your life right now, if you are in a position where you know that there is greater in your life, you know that you have not reached your full potential, if you know that it's something that you really want to see manifest in your life, be it your life or career, then it's time to create a blueprint. It's time to discover the plan to make it all happen. It's time, baby. It is time. And you have to speak that thing too, right? Because the spirit is already in you. And it said, let me tell you, verse 2 is in 2-part, right? It says, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. Our body is, what percentage water is it? Listen, 100% water flows in your body. Do you understand what I'm saying? The Spirit is already in you. I don't care if you've never activated it. I don't care if you've been a bad person all your life. I don't care if you never thought about your purpose before. Your purpose has been flowing inside of you since the very day since the day you was born. It's been flowing inside of you, just waiting to be activated. All right? So, and your words is power. So you have to make a decision. Are you going to be successful? Are you going to live a life and business that you love? Are you going to switch the game up? Are you going to snatch back? Are you? If you are, then you need to start affirming it right now, because manifestations, it comes in, let me tell you how you manifest. You think, you speak, you visualize it, and it manifests. You cannot skip a part. You cannot skip a part when it comes down to manifesting. You cannot. If you want to manifest something in your life, you have to claim it, say it like you already got it. You got to walk like you already in it. You got to see it like it's already there, and it's going to manifest. It may not manifest tomorrow because you have to curate things. Things can happen tomorrow. Don't get that. Don't hold that up. Don't mistake that. They can happen tomorrow. But the greater goal, the more substance and what you hope for, it won't happen tomorrow. Just know that. Don't try to rush it, because you got to understand something. When you set out to meet a goal or accomplish something, it takes more than you. Although you have the Spirit of God and you have God on your side, you have to understand that if it was only you, if it only took you in this world to make something happen, then God would have only made you. Which means that it's other intricate pieces to the puzzle to be found, right? It's other people that's on assignment in your life. So sometimes we got to wait for God to talk to those people. Let's be honest. Sometimes a person's heart is hard, and it got to soften up, and you got to wait. You got to sit on it, not forget, not get not feel like it ain't going to happen, but you got to wait in peace. You have to know that it's going to happen, but have that understanding that it's not just you that the Lord is working with. It's not just you that the universe got to get to make these things happen. So sometimes you got to sit. You have to sit in your peace and allow the universe to work on these other people, because you can be ready, but that don't mean they ready. Okay, so you got to understand that too now. All right, so now, number one, when I'm talking about discovering the plan to make it all happen, it is your overall goals in life and career, correct? And number two, we're going to talk about how identify what you can begin doing today that is going to fuel the overall goal. Okay, like for example, one of my biggest goals is to have a vineyard, right? So what can I begin doing today that will position me to receive that vineyard in my long-term goals? I can start educating myself on what it takes to have a vineyard. I can start trying out different wines to see what I like and what I don't like. I can start I can get me one of those little shoe boxes and start planting little plants and herbs and spices in there right now, today. I can do that. Is it a big vineyard already? Do I got acres already? No, baby, I got a shoebox. It is gonna turn. It's gonna turn if I nurture this thing. If I just pour love into this thing. If I give it what it needs. If I position myself to get more educated about it. Position myself to save up for it. Create a budget for it. It will manifest. And then I'll be able to take my little shoebox, and before you know it, I can plant it in the ground. And then it'll start sprouting. But first, I have to do something today to activate that. So what are you doing today to activate your future goal? No, you may not be in Fortune 500 tomorrow, but you can be in the Richmond Free Press, baby. So what are you doing today? What are you doing? Okay? So, number one, I'm going to tell you what you can start doing. Number one, you can start planning it out. Okay, now not necessarily a business plan. I don't really like business plans either, and I'm lady CEO. I don't really like business. It's too tedious for me. Okay, I love a business model though. And then if you need a business plan, I refer you out to someone who is experienced in that field. Not me, okay? So, but are you planning it out? Are you even doing so much as creating bullet points? You remember back in school before we've written the essay, we had our bullet points, like we broke it down. Have you even did that? Start doing that today. Write it down today. Even if you go buy a $1 notebook and put on it my goals. And even if it look crazy, even if it's just one on there, even if you can't even compile a whole sentence, at least you have began. You sent a message to the universe saying, I'm ready for this. Can you help me? I'm ready for this. Okay? So plan it out. All right? Life plan, business model. Where do you expect to see your life in the next 5 to 10 years? Not just your career. Where do you plan to see your life? What type of lifestyle do you want? Have you even thought about that? If you have, is it realistic? Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it timely? These are SMART goals. Okay? Now, 3. Oh, sorry, I skipped 2. Go to school if you have to, right? I understand that school isn't for everybody. I get that, right? I get that. But you can educate yourself. You can find courses and programs online that you can do yourself. You can set up yourself. You can do research and analysis on different things that interest you. Say, for instance, you want to be a nail tech, but well, you got to go to school for that. Let's see. Say, for instance, you want to be a teacher. All right, you want to teach. Let's see, graphic design. Bam. You want to be a teacher in graphic design, but you don't necessarily want to go to school. But guess what? In order to get your accreditation, in order to build up enough experience to be able to teach somebody how to do it, you first have to get the education. Now, whether you get that from school or whether you research some things and you start practicing and trying some things out, and then you become great, expert in it to the point where you can tell somebody step by step how to be a graphic designer or how to create a flyer. Baby, you don't have to go to school, but you got to learn. You gotta learn. You gotta educate yourself. So make a plan. Or do you have to go to school for what it is you got going on? Or could you find research and educate yourself a different type of way? Some type of higher learning. But first, you gotta understand that you have to put yourself in a position to learn, to receive, to be better. You got to. Ain't no way around that at all. Ain't no way around that at all. So number 3, then you have to create a space to jump. Right? You have to give yourself enough space ahead of you to press go. Okay? So we can plan it all out. We can create this life plan, this business model. We can even go to school, take a course, or do some personal research. But if we do not ever push go and say, listen, I'm going to go today. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to start today. Then you're not going to start. All of these things are just great ideas. They're just great ideas. That's perfect. You want to go to school? I'm thinking about going to school. You're thinking about going to school? Awesome thought. Brilliant thinking. Are you going? When are you going? When are you going to go and compile this research? When are you going to take a day to go to the library and research things that you need to know? When are you going to go to the financial aid office to see what type of programs they have that will match up with what you are interested in? When are you going to go? When are you going to press go? When you going to mash the gas? Because I know a lot of people who are out here just thinking about stuff. You're just thinking about doing it. You got all these beautiful ideas, these $1 million ideas, but you're not putting any of them into play. Time to mash the gas. It's time to mash the gas. So now, which brings us to the second part, right? What identifying what's needed to succeed, right? Now, whatever you got to do with it, like I said, you got to do whatever you got to do to succeed, y'all. But this is your personal mental ammunition to get it done. You have to develop this tool here. And it is a no matter what. Unapologetically, I'm going to get this done today. I'm going to make my life to be what I desire it to be. I want to leave behind this type of legacy for my family. I'm breaking generational curses. You have to get the personal mental ammunition. The attitude that if I quit, I fail. Point blank, period. I'm going to tell you something right now. I done came too far to quit. Things may not be picking up the way that I want them to pick up, the way that I think they should have been picked up here in year 7. But I'm going to tell you something. I see an incline. I see favor. I see it. And then I know if I stop right now, it's going to take me a long time. I got glue on my finger. It's going to take me a long time to be able to get out here in the working world and get a job for somebody, because they're going to look at my experience and say, you got too much of it. It's going to take me a long time to fall off that radar. So if I stop, I fail. That's my ammunition. I fail. I have to go right back. Of course, I got business administration background. I got human resource background, but I also have that background of being my own boss. I also have that background of growing, being a seed planter. I also got that background of just taking the initiative. And sometimes people are afraid of that when you go into different types of industries and organizations, because they're like, oh no, you're going to take my position, or you're going to prevent me from getting to the top. Like, I want to get to the top. Now, that don't even have to be your intention, but I'm telling you that there is certain situations in life that people will act like that. So you have to develop a personal ammunition and say that if I stop, I quit, I fail. If I stop, I fail. So I have to keep on this road of developing myself, curating my dreams, getting together my lifestyle plan, figuring it all out. Because if I stop, I fail. Then you basic. That's basic. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said it. It's basic. If you like, what is it? If you get shocked and stopped because you have reached a challenging situation, or you've been put into a position where it's a little pressure added, that's basic. Because pressure builds muscle. Why do you think when you exercising at the gym or whatever you do, and you got that 10-pounder, and then after a few weeks you throwing that junk? That's because you got that muscle. That strength done kicked in. Now you're able to take it up a notch. Now you can get the 15-pound. Now you can get the 20-pound one and work your way up to that. So challenges build muscle. Okay? Don't run from them. Don't run from them at all. If you stop, you fail. So anything, make a decision. Make a decision. Why don't you want to stop? Why is it important for you to accomplish the things that you are setting out to accomplish? I don't know. Think about it. Now, number 4, choose 3. All right. I want you to choose 3 short-term goals, okay, that you can complete in 90 days. Okay. And the short-term goals, they have to be SMART goals. Okay. And what SMART goals means, I said a little bit about it a few minutes ago. The SMART goals are goals that are specific to the blueprint, meaningful to you, attainable, right, relevant to the overall goal, and timely. And our time frame is 90 days. Okay. So and they're short-term goals that I want you guys to think about. So pick a start date within the next 3 to 5 days to get started. This is perfect because I know a lot of people like to set New Year's resolution. I ain't gonna get into how the calendar year really started in July. That's a whole nother subject, right? But we're gonna just take it where we are right now in the world. Okay, and I know a lot of people like to start New Year's resolutions, and so we're here at December 23. Okay, so we have about a week and a half before the year is over. So you got 3 to 5 days to really think about what it is you want to accomplish. What is this blueprint going to look like for you? Is it a career blueprint? Is it a lifestyle blueprint? Is it both? Like, what does this look for you? What does it look like for you? Okay, I want you to think about that. All right, and then there will be some distractions as you begin to travel down this path of laying down the bricks down in your life. But I want you to stay focused, okay? Because this takes willpower to defeat the distractions. So stay connected to me for willpower. All right, like, hit me up if you ever start to feel like, you know what, I'm ready to throw it all away. Sometimes if we work with people, I'm ready to punch the people in the face. I don't want to deal with people no more today. I just don't want to help them. I know I'm here to help, but people ain't got on my nerves today. Lady CEO, can you help me out? Yes, I can, and I will just help you to switch that on around so you can see the challenge as something that's prepared, thrown in your life to make you better, and we gonna get that mindset switched around, and in no time you'll be back at it, ready for somebody else to get on your nerves. Trust me, they got you covered. Okay, but definitely, I need you to understand that there definitely will be distractions. Definitely. The moment I guarantee, if you chose to build your blueprint and, design your life and take control of your life during this video right here, I guarantee when you cut off the video, something gonna happen. Something is going to happen. And I'm telling you that I'm gonna be real with you, right? Because the universe, we got two situations happening here. Number one, the universe throws us situations to build our muscle, challenge us, and give us tools that we need for the second half of our life. No lie. The other one is the enemy hates to see you win. The enemy hates to see you win. The moment you open your eyes and your feet touch the floor this morning, that devil was mad. Do you hear me? So think about this. The enemy is going to be even madder even more mad. If you choose to live righteously, if you choose to get your act together, if you choose to develop a blueprint that will strengthen your family dynamic, will increase your bank account, the enemy is going to try to throw things your way that's going to distract you from even getting that done. It's going to start in your household. Let me just give you some tidbits. The distraction is going to start in your household, because those are the closest people to you, and those are the easiest people that can get you unfocused. So it's going to start in your household. Then it's going to trickle out to your business relationships. Then it's going to get into your friendship. But let me tell you to stay strong. Stay strong and focus through it all. Speak positive. Speak light into your situation through it all. Never let your faith waver, even through those times where you got to cry your way through. Dry your eyes and say, thank you, Lord, I understand, but that was hard. Can you help me restore in this moment right here? Everything you need, anything you need to ask for, you can ask it in the universe. It only sounds crazy to you. It only sounds crazy to you and other people who are not on your frequency to even understand that your words is power in your words. In the beginning, God said, let there be light, and it was. Let there be manifestations, and there will be. Miracles are happening now, and they're happening fast in your life. You are loved. You are kept. You are a king. You are a queen. You are a child of the Most High. You are endowed with the Spirit of God. You have everything it takes inside of you. It may be a little weak to activate, but all you have to do is strengthen those components, baby. I'm telling you. I am telling you that you have everything it takes to accomplish your dreams. Everything it takes. Everything it takes to develop this blueprint and walk it out. Everything it takes. Okay? Now, in the meantime, be sure to complete the 4 assignments for tonight. Now, let's recap what the four assignments were, right? You got to write down your overall goals, all right? Okay? Your life or career goals. And you got to plan it out. How are you going to get these things done? Maybe that's going to school. Maybe that's creating a space to research or learn some additional information. Whatever you need to begin today, let's start doing it today, okay? Now, and we also got to think about why it's important to us, right? We got to develop our why. Now, if you need any type of support in either creating these short goals, these short-term goals, or just mindset coaching, really getting excited about what you have going on, just someone who would be able to help you through and work out the different scenarios in your life, so we can kind of understand why they happened and what you were supposed to learn from them, and how we can use them in the future to bring you a profit or maybe help someone else, then come holler at me. LadyCEO.biz, y'all. LadyCEO.biz. So that's it for foundational building today. I encourage each and every one of you to begin building your solid foundation. If you want more detailed information on anything that I talked about today, then you can hit me up at 804-220-0650. That's the office line. You can definitely call or text me there. You can also send me a message via email at info@ladyceo.biz. That's info@ladyceo.biz. Also, check me out online. That's www.ladyceo.biz. That's ladyceo.biz. You see all this branding going on here. Look at all that branding going on here. I'm ready for 2020. There has been so many hiccups and just crazy stuff happening in my life this year. But I am a living testimony of how you just got to keep your faith. You just got to keep your faith, and you got to keep moving, and you can't let what you see with your worldly eyes deter you from what you know in your spiritual mind. So Profiting Your Purpose. I am sitting here editing this book right now. It's going to be a companion book, not that big, you see that? But the Lord has told me I got to add some more up in it. All right, so the introduction to Profiting Your Purpose. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ to do good works, which God prepared us in advance to do. Okay, so that's Ephesians 2:10, and you will never ever be able to understand that good work that God has prepared you to do if you don't begin to look deep inside of you and identify what you would have your life look like in your career or your lifestyle. The righteous man leaves behind an inheritance for his children's children. I hope that will be you. One more thing before I get out of here. veterans. All right, to show my support and thanks, I would like to host an open house for veterans and open and build more businesses. So if you're interested, if you're a veteran and you're interested in starting a business, getting into business, tap into a great referral program, no territory restrictions, and you can work from home. Simply share a phone number. The agent handles the rest. I can be your point of contact, so you can contact me 804-220-0650. Also by email, info@ladyceo.biz. I think this is an amazing opportunity. Shout out to Bruce Lucas for including me in what he has going on. So I'm Lady CEO and I'm about to go. You heard that? I told you I rap. I'm going to give you some more rapping. Just make sure you tune in and talk to Street Entertainment. January 6th, Monday through Thursday. We're going to have a bunch of other shows on our network as well. 24 hours. This urban digital network is being curated right now. So if you have a vlog, if you have a show, if you got videos or anything that you would like to syndicate on other networks so you can get more audience, you can still share from where you're sharing it. But if you would like to share it on an additional network, I got some networks for you. All right, here on digital TV, legacy internet radio. Yeah, I got some amazing things. Public access channel, we're getting back on TV. So make sure you stay connected. No goal is too big and no dream is too stupid. Like, I like stupid stuff. Give me the stupid stuff. Tell me about the dreams that people was like, eh? And I'm going to be like, listen, I'm going to tell you how to put it together. We're going to market that. We're going to promote it. I got a graphic designer. I'm marketing for everything. Do you hear me? I'm the startup queen, baby. There ain't nothing that can't be done with a little bit of planning. I'm Lady CEO. Bye.